Welcome back to part 2 of our episode of how Little Hands became to be. Let's ride on to the video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Baking for Business. I'm Jojo Lydiah, director and cake artist at Little Hands Bakehouse, located in Nakuru, we are in Kenya. And on this channel, we talk about cake business, entrepreneurship, we share story time, tips and hacks, and we answer to the many questions that we receive all over our platforms. And today it's the story time, how Little Hands came to be. This is part 2 of the episode. If you've not watched part 1, please check on the videos. We're going to post them there. The link will be on the description below so that you can follow the story. Now, back to where we stopped in episode 1. We left when I've already spoken to Lizanne and everything is okay. I'm back and I'm getting all the clients' inquiries and everything. Now, the problem was there. I could not see a cake and ascertain how many kgs it was, the size, the flavor, the price. That was my biggest point when it came to the problem that I was dealing with at that time. I've also been introduced to Bakers Club. Now I'm getting acquainted to bakers. I'm knowing some platforms where they are selling things and all that. In my road, on the streets of Facebook, when it comes to all resources that I could get on in regards to the caking, I stumbled upon Cake Costing by Amari. Blessed day it was for me. Now I called Amari immediately. I've seen this ad, and the class was on the next Saturday, the very Saturday during that week. The cost was 1,500. For me, I could not think about any other thing. I didn't have any obstacle not to attend that class. So I called Maureen. She picked, and like, I'm from Nakuru, I want to attend that class and where it will be and all that. The charges, I made the payment there. I was waiting for this Saturday. And because I was starting, I didn't have so many orders. I didn't want to take any order until I attend this class. It is all the way from Nakuru. I went to Nairobi. Found my way, location, until I found where the class was. We started the class, and thank God, this is the day I met amazing bakers. Till date, they're my friends. I met Naomi Kago there. I met Taji Cakes there. I met Lynn. I met also Rita. I met, who else? The first time I met also Lucia. I met Maureen. So I was like in all this setup with bakers, the same vision, the same need, the same, yet we were just like, this setup was like for like-mindedness. All of us, we were looking for one thing, we were expecting one thing, we were really chasing this dream. The class was amazing, 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 amazing. I got to taste the cakes, someone's cakes here other than Lizanne. We ate the cakes there. Then we learned how to cost the cakes from the start to the end. And to sum it all, Maureen also sells recipe books. So we could buy, all the books were there. Basic, intermediate, decadent, everything. We just had like, oh. For me, I got covered when it comes to like knowing how to cost the cakes. And again, I had recipes to kick me off because these are triple tested recipes, very good for starters. I went back to Nakuru feeling like a boss. I could see a cake, I know the size. I could see a cake, I could give you the price. I came back to drawing board. I tried the recipes. You can always revise, adjust so that you get that feel. This is Jojo's Cakes. As much as the recipe was born from here, you come working on it. At least it gave me a start off. It was an awesome experience. And that is when I started feeling like, now I don't have this problem of even giving you a price for the cake. It kept on and on. Confidently, I was able to give the client the prices. There was no delay when it comes to give them a quotation and everything. Business kept coming. Now, I have these basics when it comes to baking the cake. I know how to cost the cake. But there was something else I was looking for. I could not like put my hands on it. But for me, there's a certain kind of cakes that I was looking for. So going all through the Bakers Club, really, I was still like, no, I've not yet gotten, let's continue searching here. But all that I was looking for, I could only get in bakers who are outside the country. It's just like, even when someone was asking me what is it that I was looking for, I couldn't put it into words to tell them what is it that I was looking for. But for sure, I knew this is the type of cake, how it's looking, how it's presented, I was really yearning to get that. Since the inception of now introducing my parents to the cakes, to this point that I've seen Lizanne, and to the point that I've seen Amari and studied the class, and now I'm searching for the designs of the cake that I want to be producing, that I really admire to have, because now I'm really equipped with how to cost the cake. I can say my starting up when it comes to the how to bake the cakes, I already have the recipes which are tried and tested. So it's upon me just to continue baking and revise them, upgrade them as much as I want, just to have a touch of me. But now I'm here when it comes to like the design that I really want to have on the cake. Looking all over, any cake that I feel I like, they were all outside there. The baker is maybe in Australia, the baker is in US, the baker is in UK, and this is my 6th month since baking. Said, you know what? Since I'm like driven, I'm getting to be driven towards this direction, I really need to do something about it. And what did I decide? I planned my trip to go to America, just to go train there. I have a little baby who was already joined the school. So I went, spoke to the teacher, like I really need to get my daughter off, because going for 6 months, there's no way I would have left her behind. So we were permission granted, we traveled. And for the American visa, I already had it since the other year, because the previous year I was already there. But when I went there in 2016, I went because of the daycare now. We had a conference for daycare's owner, the preschools and all that. So the visa was still very valid. This time around, I just went again now. For the 6 months, I knew for sure this is what I really wanted. When I went there, trainings here and there, just to find a baker that is, you're really looking up to them. They give you the trainings. I did training of the also cake photography there. And for sure, I had known this is all that I wanted. I started buying equipment now, tools and all that, because they're readily available. Everything, these small tools, you just walk into the supermarket, you just go to a store, the whole aisle is Wilton and all that. I could get all that I needed. I'm brushing here all and there, getting the skills, I'm buying all that I needed to buy. Now period for coming back, it was there. Now I came back end of February, because we went in September. February, I'm here, and because the things are so many, I could not even carry just in our suitcases. So I had to ship them to come with time. Then we got them after a couple of months. But whatever I needed here, especially the kitchen aid, I'm going to make a video of how I got the kitchen aid for free, all the way from America to here. My red kitchen aid, I didn't pay any dime for it. I'm going to make a video on how you just get the money when you're reviewing everything that you're buying there, and I was able to get the kitchen aid. That one I could not leave it so that it comes with the shipment and all that. I came with it in my suitcase. It was super heavy, but I came with it. Now February is here, we are here. The head is just super full with all this information, with all these techniques that you want to bring them down, and now bringing everything together now. When I came back is when I knew this is it. Now we're going professional from the word go. That's when, with my head, Little Hands Bakehouse, That was the name of our business now. And why they ask where did the Little Hands Bakehouse came from? Little Hands from the daycare. So for me, I was looking Little Hands Cakes. Again, I was looking at branching the daycare and the cakes. So to have one name could have been very easy even to identify yourself in the market. That's why we even stuck to Little Hands. But now where did the bakehouse came about? I'm like, Little Hands Cakes, Little Hands Sweets, Little Hands Treats, Little Hands, and just Little Hands Bakehouse just came into my head, and that's how Little Hands came to be. For me, I was really like resonating so well with the Little Hands, because when I was getting into the cakes, I was really looking, and I remember when I talked to Lizanne, I really want to make the cake for the kids only birthday cakes, only because I deal with cakes, I deal with kids, it's the kids who have given me the idea, it's the idea of the cakes which came from the kids. So just looking at having the birthday cakes for the kids, just to do the birthdays, just to do that. First, when we were having this discussion with Lizanne, I was really I remember when I was telling her, I'm really looking at baking cakes for the kids only. She kept telling me, just start, but you'll see, they'll start asking for every kind of cakes, yeah? Engagement, all these wedding cakes. So I had like wedding cakes with birthday, how do they even connect? Like, just start to see how it goes. Now I'm back home, equipped with the knowledge that I needed, the skills, and now the little equipment that I needed at least to start, I already like have it. It was just about to start the business now. When I'd left the country, we had not like settled on the name and everything, even to decide like to register it. Now I'm back. That is 2018, end of February. Here I am. On 28th of February is when we started doing the reservation of the name. And for sure, I knew this is the name that I wanted to have, Little Hands Bakehouse. We did the reservation, and it is just a couple of days for it to be ready and to be approved that the name is available for you to use. And we got approved on 5th of March 2018. Now we had our official name, Little Hands Bakehouse, registered as a sole proprietorship, and the journey began. Now getting into the market. So we are here, the business is done. Like in terms, we are starting to regulate everything that we need to know to put these business structures up straight from the word go. That's when we registered the business, and the name was out there, and immediately we just opened our Facebook page with the official name, and now we started the cakes. Yes, Little Hands Bakehouse was coined from Little Hands Daycare, and that's how we just decided to let's move with the name, because we were looking at branching it out. But when we were like doing the cakes there, it's like the cakes started to overwhelm the daycare now. Then that's why we even thought of complementing the two. And that's why the name, everyone is asking why Little Hands, why Little Hands. Now we had some push, internal push from inside, should we change this name, what do you think? I remember when just searching deep within me, I was like, yeah, it can remain Little Hands Bakehouse. Let's have it that way. This is God, the irony of the little hands, but we're producing big. The irony of having the Little Hands as the name, but God has really blessed us with the production that many see as not little. So we're just humbled by having the name Little Hands Bakehouse. We love it. It has a story. It has where it's coming from. We know the journey has not been easy, and officially Little Hands Bakehouse came to be. If you loved our stories and for more of this, please subscribe to the channel. And for those ones who have subscribed, thank you so much for having us here. We are looking forward to having many and to create a community. And please, on the comment below, please feel free to ask any of your cake related questions, and I'll try to answer them for you to the best of my knowledge. Now that Little Hands is already there, our next episode, we are going to talk about how we penetrated the market, the obstacle, how it was easy, how it was difficult, all that we passed through to the point that how we started marketing our cakes. See you then. Bye for now. Ciao.